Okay, I've been watching videos on how to distill booze. Um, I've never been a big drinker, and I've drunk 2 litres of rum in the past 50 years. I've had 4 cans of lager in the past 6 months. I don't go out to pubs, I don't go drinking, I don't get pissed up. But I have drunk 6 bottles of rum in the past 12 months. I'm averaging about half a litre a month because of the pain. It's less damaging for me to have a tablespoon of rum at night, tablespoon in the morning, than it is for me to have the 30 painkillers that I've been prescribed. So I thought, I'll try and make my own rum. I've been looking at it and it seemed fairly simple, except for the whole distillery aspect. I'm not going to get into the legal bits, but I was looking at all these things and it is so complex and so convoluted. And you got one guy, there's one thing on YouTube, this New Zealand guy. He's got a YouTube channel called Still It. And the older videos, he's not quite as pissed up, but the more recent ones I've had a look at, very red-faced, very pissed up. Yeah. There's a Paul Hogan character that came out 40 years back. He kind of reminds me of him. I was looking at all that, thinking way too complicated, way too dangerous, way too expensive, having something constantly burning, something constantly plugged in, using like mega wattage and all the rest of it. And then I noticed one of the videos he had this little, like a slow cooker, basically. And I did a little bit of research, did a bit more research, did a bit more research. It's called an air still, AIRSTILL. And you can get different makes, different brands, different places. And you can buy them for 85 quid on Amazon. I hate Amazon. I hate eBay and all these things because you're buying from second and third party people. You got no real comeback, no real guarantee. And I won't use them because they want all your details all the time for everything at Duck's Ass. So I'm not going to chance it. I look for other places and it just looks too dodgy. Go for other countries. In the end, I went to a company. What were they called? They are called lovebrewing.co.uk. Now, I went to their website. I didn't go to the website initially. I just did a search for an air still. Loads came up. And I think if you go and buy yourself a water distiller, an electric one, they advertise them as distilling water and whatever. But you can also use them to distill booze. I didn't get one of those just in case there's something that stops you from doing it. So I got the Air Still Bundle Starter Kit. Now you can get the basic Air Still. It looks like a big kettle. And from what I can see, you just put your wine into it or your wash mix, push the button, heats up, and it distills into your booze. Now you can get the actual thing for about 100 quid. You can get a starter kit for 160 or 170. I figured I got nothing else to spend my money on. And it's now getting to the point where I've got, I'm not going to say how much I got saved up, but I live a cheap lifestyle. The heating's off right now and it's the coldest, we've got snow forecast for tonight. And I'll put a jumper on. I don't feel the cold. And so I figured, what am I going to spend the money on? I don't do takeaways, so I can't be asked. So 200 quid, 199.95 from a British company that should be here within a couple of days, in theory. And yeah, you get a fair bit of crap with it. So yeah, I'll give it a go and see how it goes. I might actually go and buy some wine and just to make sure it does actually work. And yeah, could be doing my own booze. It's rather amusing when you think, yes, it's only a small container. I think it's a 1.5 litre container. From the research I've been doing, I've never done this before, The nearest I come to actually breaking down booze into a more concentrated form is doing it the opposite way to this, really. And that's by freezing. Because if you get something like wine, I do a lot of homemade wine, and you freeze it, and before it's completely solid, when it's only about half frozen, you can take out the ice, and that leaves behind concentrated alcohol with more flavour. This is doing it the opposite way by heating it up to remove the alcohol from the rest. I think you lose a third of the mass. So from if you've got a 1 litre thing goes in, you should get about 3/4 of a litre of spirits. But the reason I got the starter pack as well, this Air Still Bundle starter kit, is that you get all these other things like to measure the alcohol levels, and the only thing they don't give you is the brewing sugar. And I think there might be a restriction on stuff because you're meant to have a license to actually distill your own booze. However, if somebody does ask, well, I'm distilling water to drink, I'm distilling water to put in the bike battery. And yeah, I'll be interested to see how it goes. Rum, rum, rum is good.